Hey, what is going on, guys? Clash with Cree here, and today I'm going to be doing another base build for you guys. This time we're going to be doing a Town Hall 10 base build. We usually focus on Town Hall 9, Town Hall 8.5, and 9.5, so I thought we would show some Town Hall 10 base building, give them some love, as we do not get to showcase them that often. First off, always centralizing the clan castle for Town Hall 10. And then we're going to bring in a nice little wall section like so, making sure that it cannot be quaked, and dropping in our queen in the middle of the base there. Next up, we need to ensure that our infernos are all on islands, so we're going to have them set up something like this, keeping them a little bit further away from our archer queen, closer to the top of the base. And then as we bring in this wall, like there, okay, yeah. We can bring in the walls here like that now. And then we can plop in one expo there, followed by a sweeper pointing over each of the inferno towers, and then wall off this expo like that. Actually going to move this up there, put our Barb King there, and then wall down there. And then next we will include the Tesla farm right here. Expo is fairly tanky, so with the Expo, Barb King, and Tesla farm combination, that'll be something very deadly for an enemy attacker who may be using Hog Riders. Next up, we have two more Expos to place. We will put them both in here on air and ground. Need to make sure that we defend against dragon attacks. They are very powerful and very popular at Town Hall 10 at this moment. So going to be defending against those by having these air defenses somewhat deep, as well as keeping our expos somewhat relevant in our base design. Not putting all of them on ground. We're going to have our one at the top on air and ground, as it covers a wide area of the base. However, the other two will remain on air and ground. Alright, just walling off our air defenses at this point, making sure they cannot be easily queen walked from one side, and then we will include a big wall layer in front of our air defenses. Starting from up here, we'll move this box one tile up on each side of the base, like this. That way we can have a very long strip in front of this Inferno Tower, as well as including one smaller box right there, and then two other boxes going to the left, or the bottom and right, or the left and right, however you choose to call it when you build your base. It's up to you. Run out of walls over there, so going to bring these walls in now. Need to make sure we save some for this bottom section right there. Wall that off, and wall that off. Geez, I'm good at math. Look at that. Exact amount of walls used that were needed. And next we can start putting in our point defense. Obviously going to have some storages in front of our infernos there. And then bringing in archer towers behind these air defenses, making sure that the infernos are not easy to walk. Having some point defense there is going to really help with that as well. We have our clan castle, which is quite centralized. We might want to do a better job with this. Perhaps move this expo up, and then have our CC here. Clan castle there. Expo right in the middle of all this. And then queen further back into the base, and king in front of her. I think that's a better plan for us. As well, we can lean her to one side of the base to try and make an attacker think it would be easier to come from a certain side, and then stack the other side with either more bombs or more traps. As for our bomb tower, those I usually put those up by the Tesla farm, so we could either have two there like that, or we could have one in behind the queen over here. You want to make sure they're in range of the Inferno Tower as well. So likely going to slot this one somewhere around here. probably like that, yeah. So right there, and then having a cannon in the second layer of this uh, cluster or clump of buildings, this box, to ensure a little bit more DPS on any queen walk that could come in from that side, as well as protecting our base a little bit more. We have our sweepers which point across the base, which is nice. In front of the queen, we will have a whiz farm on either side. Both these wizard towers are out of range of I keep losing my train of thought again. Are out of range of air defenses, so lava hounds will not be attracted to those. The balloons will not be tanked as the lava hounds fly across. And then mortars are going to go like so. We can go archer tower right in here, followed by an elixir storage right there. And as we continue along, just going to add in one cannon there, like that, and then a deep elixir storage so that everything is aggroed onto that queen if she does walk across that area of the base. Continuing on, we're going to have our double giant bomb right here set up like this with three little bombs actually, followed by two spring traps in this compartment over here where hogs are likely to pass through. And since we have the gap over here, right here we can include one bomb, and then on the top part of this inferno tower, like this, going to include our other set of bombs. Hogs are more likely to come from this side of the base, seeing as it is more defensively heavy, and they might want to bring their kill squad in through either the north over there. So it is likely a better idea for me to actually put the bombs on this side, as one jump right here connects to the queen, and then they can they won't get as much access with the they likely won't trip the bomb on the backside over here. Continuing on, we have an archer tower that can go in right there, and a cannon which we will slide in right here, followed by a storage in between both of those. And then as for defenses, I think we can put either one more archer tower in back in behind here, or just slide our king over like that, leave some more spaces for possible Teslas, and I think that's what we will do there for that. Coming up back onto this side, I'm going to put a archer tower right there, followed by a dark elixir storage right here. Yeah, okay. And then up onto this northern section, stacking this with a couple more cannons, like so. Also going to include another archer tower there, and then also putting in a storage like that. Cannon over here, and archer tower there. Just trying to keep our air coverage sort of even across the base. Don't want attackers having too easy of a job when it comes to funneling. So like that. And then we can grab our town hall, slide that nicely in right. No, that just goes down to nothing. So town hall is not going to go there. It will go between these two buildings. Lots of DPS up there, so a funnel would be hard to create with the town hall there as well. Spring trap between these two defenses there, and spring trap over here. Next up, we're going to slide in our seeking air mines. which will go on our air defenses, the ones furthest from the queen, so on this side, like that. And then we're going to point this sweeper a little bit more north, like that. And then the sweepers will face up like that. This sweeper still covers the Inferno quite well as covering part of the Tesla farm. And then as for inside the Tesla farm, we're going to include two air mines in the middle of all that. And then over here, our trash ring won't be fully covered air-wise, so we will include one exterior air mine there. And then our last two can go in between our two wizard towers like that. And now we have to just add our trash ring. At some points we're going to include a trash ring that extends further out, like right over here. Possibly making the attacker think there could be Teslas there, as it just randomly sticks out. Like that. There we go. Gold mine in there. And then just continuing around. Trash ring will also be a little bit further out over here. Just a laboratory up there like that. And then keeping it snug over here, as the wizard tower's range is a lot shorter than the other defenses. And back around over here. I'm going to push this out here. And then like that. Bring it back in as we come back over here. And just keeping the attacker off put about where things could be based on the random spikes in the trash ring pattern. Okay, and then we can put in another army camp there. Very, very big base. A lot bigger than I normally build. So, next up we gotta move the base around. Obviously going to have it jammed into one corner. So our huts, the key huts, the pro huts can all go up here. We have two left, which we can include right there and right in front of the mortar. Keep this guy safe. We don't need anybody taking out our mortar. And I actually messed up the ring there. So we need to move this like that. As for skeleton traps, having those by the Infernos to do a little bit more damage on hogs. And then as well having one up in the Tesla farm for some more DPS there. And lastly, our last seeking air mine. We'll go up on that air defense over there. We have one more bomb to place, which can go right in there. And then we have our Canadian flag to show that I'm Canadian. Obviously putting that beside the white flag. And then that will conclude this base build. Rather quick one. Only 15 minutes. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. As always, going to go into photo mode so you guys can take a screenshot if you want. I'll be in war on my account soon enough once that king is finished upgrading, and I'll try and get some replays of this base for you guys and show you guys how it does. Once again, thank you for watching. Cree signing off. Peace.